This is Joe Vaclavik from CME Group here in Chicago. The corn market was sharply higher on Monday. There will be a USDA report on Tuesday morning. This is the monthly crop production and WASDE report. This is essentially an old crop report, so USDA is not going to give us anything new here in regard to the new crop situation. That'll start in May, but for the moment we're going to look at the old crop demand numbers, and we're probably going to look at the South American production numbers pretty closely. But in general, Tuesday's report should not be a big market mover. The funds are very heavily short the corn market ahead of this report, so perhaps here on Monday we're seeing a little bit of short covering. You know, there's a lot of upside risk in this market. You're at pretty low levels relative to the last 10 years or so. The funds have a big short. We've got the entire growing season ahead of us, and we've got a USDA report, so perhaps the funds are squaring their positions up a little bit ahead of that report here on Monday. The biggest driver of prices moving forward will be weather. First off, planting conditions. The Corn Belt looks pretty wet for the next 2 weeks at least. Now, most studies suggest that if corn in major corn growing areas here in the U.S., if it's planted before May 10th, we've still got maximum yield potential. So that's the case for now. But if these wet forecasts and if a wet trend continues toward the end of April, I think the market will start to take a little bit more notice. And then, of course, we'll watch July and August rainfall patterns and see what type of yield we're able to punch into the balance sheet. That's really the biggest driver of prices historically, is that yield number and how it's going to affect supply and demand. Joe Vaclavik from CME Group here in Chicago.